Okay, now before we proceed, I would like to read into the record of our meeting today the resolution which we approved last June 12th. Resolution calling for a shift of allegiance by Filipinos to the JURE 1899 Philippine Constitution. Whereas never before has suffering been so acute, with the welfare of the people deteriorating due to the pandemic, economic destitution, and an undeclared martial law, bureaucratic stranglehold, and oligarchic onslaught in various shapes and forms of exploitation and corruption. Whereas all these widening chasms between very, very poor and very, very rich are imploding within our country, akin to a sinking ship. Whereas there is a need to correct the political insanity that we are in with the corrupt election processes and dominance of rent-seeking oligarchs, controlling the levers of power in a persistent and continuous assault on our electoral sovereignty. Whereas we had been gifted by our founding fathers with the means to peacefully reset our nation through the 1899 Philippine Sovereign Constitution, which has never been abrogated by succeeding organic laws inflicted on the Filipino people through foreign control, influence, and dominance. Whereas the 1987 Constitution has been broken since the 2001 coup d'etat against President Joseph Erap Estrada, with a rogue Supreme Court inventing a non-existent doctrine of constructive resignation, and that since then the nation has been governed by a de facto, patched up, broken constitution that has never been ratified by the people. Whereas invoking the writ of the 1899 Constitution provides for a most orderly and peaceful way to effect changes in our current dysfunctional governance. Whereas only through the invocation of the 1899 Constitution can we clear up the cheating and dishonesty of our election processes so that the sovereign will of the people can truly be reflected in a genuinely mandated governance. Whereas the people's will is superior cause to effect a change in government form and functionality, and the welfare of the people is the supreme law, and the voice of the people is also the voice of God. Therefore, be it resolved, as it is hereby resolved, to reinstate the writ of our de jure Philippine Constitution promulgated on January 23, 1899 by Katipunan Army Commander-in-Chief Emilio Aguinaldo. Be it further resolved that President Rodrigo Duterte and or the leadership of the armed forces of the Philippines in their natural role as protectors of our people is hereby called upon to peacefully shift their allegiance from the broken de facto constitution of 1987 and enforce the supreme sovereign 1899 Philippine Constitution as the ultimate organic law of the land. So God help us all. Done on January 12, 2021, 1899 Philippine Congress, session year of 2021. That is our resolution, which we will now have to spread all over, so that most of the Filipinos will be aware that there is a conscious part of the nation asking for the return of the writ of the 1899 Constitution. Any comment?